Hello, my name is Jane and I'm here to talk about this big, beautiful planet where we live. That's right, planet Earth. I have brought along a little friend to help me tell a story. Raise your hand if you like stories. I love stories. Okay, so here is my friend. His name is Dumpy. Does he look a little dumpy? Yes, he does. He used to look clean and handsome and beautiful just like you. And he used to live in a beautiful town called Dumpville. It was called Dumpville because there were clumps of trees and clumps of flowers and clumps of grass everywhere Dumpy could see. And Dumpy loved his town. Most of all, he liked to play outside. He had a beautiful yard where he could play, and he had a beautiful park where he could play. And Dumpy and his friends thought they were about the luckiest children in the whole world. Until one day, a very sad thing happened in Dumpville. Dumpy's friends and his family and his neighbors all threw away too much garbage. Let me show you what they threw away. They threw away thousands of school papers and newspapers, magazines, thin cardboard and thick cardboard. They threw away steel cans and aluminum cans. They threw away glass bottles and jars. And they threw away plastic containers of every shape, size, color, and description. They threw away so much stuff that the garbage dump got fuller and fuller until finally one day it overflowed and garbage went everywhere. It went in Dumpy's yard, it went in Dumpy's park, it even went on Dumpy. How do you think Dumpy felt? He felt bad, and he felt sad, and he felt mad. He said, I'm not even going to call this town Dumpville anymore. I'm going to call it Dumpville because it looks just like a dump. Well, the sad news of Dumpville traveled for miles around, and one day a special person came to see if he could help. And that special person's name was Captain Planet. Does that look like Captain Planet to you? Well, this is my Captain Planet, and if you have an old sock at home, you can make a Captain Planet or a Dumpy or any other character that you like, because puppets are just fun. Well, Captain Planet took one look at Dumpy and he said, Dumpy, whatever in the world could be the matter? I have never seen such a sad face on a little boy in my whole life. Oh, Captain Planet, said Dumpy, I used to have a nice yard to play in, and I used to have a nice park to play in, and then these people threw away all this garbage, and garbage is everywhere, and I don't have any place to play, and I'm miserable. Oh, Dumpy, I am so sorry, said Captain Planet, but you know, we could fix it. We could, said Dumpy. Absolutely, said Captain Planet. Let's get started. So they set to work. The first job was to separate all of the cardboard into one pile and the paper into another pile. They put the aluminum cans separate from the steel cans. They separated all the glass and put all the plastics together. There was so much garbage in Dumpville that it took days and weeks and months to separate all of that garbage. Dumpy was getting tired and rather discouraged. Oh, Captain Planet, we've been working forever and there's still piles of garbage in Dumpville. Don't be discouraged, said Captain Planet. We're doing great. We've separated everything, and I have brought along my special super duper recycling machine. Your what? Said Dumpy. My special super duper recycling machine, said Captain Planet. Now, in this world, there are real recycling machines. They have big steel blades in the bottom, and if you put something like 1,000 steel cans and turn it on, do you think it would be pretty noisy? Yeah. Raise your hand if you've ever heard a really loud machine. Was it so loud you wanted to put your hands over your ears? Yeah. Well, I couldn't bring along a real recycling machine today because they're too big and too heavy to fit in my car. But I brought along a pretend recycling machine. Raise your hand if you like to pretend. Right, So there's only one problem with my pretend recycling machine, and that is it doesn't make quite as much noise as a real recycling machine. So I'm going to need some help. Raise your hand if you ever like to be noisy. Okay, so this is your chance. I'm going to need everybody to help me make the recycling noise. The recycling noise goes like this. Recycle, 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 recycle. Let's give it a try. Everybody together. Recycle, 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 recycle. Perfect. Okay, said Captain Planet. When I first got here, the moms looked the children looked the saddest of everybody here. I think we should recycle something for the children first. Oh boy, said Dumpy. Let's see, said Captain Planet. Let's start with the plastics. So they gathered up all the plastic bottles. They put them into the machine and they turned it on. Recycle, 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 recycle. Out came hundreds of brand new plastic baseballs, one for every child in Clumpville. Oh boy, said Dumpy. My yard's cleaned up, my park's cleaned up, my friends and I can go play ball. I'm glad you liked your surprise, said Captain Planet. You know, the moms didn't look too thrilled when I got here either. Let's recycle something for the moms. Glass. I think glass would be good for the moms. So they gathered up the glass bottles and jars. They put them into the machine. And they turned it on. Recycle, 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 recycle. Out came hundreds of brand new glass candle holders. One for every mom in Clumpville. Very lovely, said the moms. What a terrific idea. Well, the dads didn't look too thrilled when I got here either, said Captain Planet. Let's see, dads are tough and strong. Let's make them something out of steel. That's tough and strong. So they gathered up the steel cans, they put them into the machine, and they turned it on. Recycle, 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 recycle. Out came hundreds of brand new steel padlocks, one for every dad to use around the house. Very useful, said the dads. Thanks a lot. Well, said Captain Planet, we're doing great. We've cleaned up about half of the piles in town. We've made everybody a present. I think it's time to think about having a party to celebrate cleaning up Clumpville. Oh boy, said Dumpy, I like parties. I know what we can do with the paper, said Captain Planet. So they gathered up all the paper. They put it into the machine. And they turned it on. Recycle, 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 recycle. Out came hundreds of paper party invitations, one for every family, inviting them to come celebrate cleaning up their town. Well, we can't have a party without something to eat, said Captain Planet. I know what we can do with the cardboard. You don't think they're going to eat cardboard at their party? Oh, I hope not. In went the cardboard, and on went the machine. Recycle, 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 recycle. Out came hundreds of little cardboard snack containers filled with all different kinds of snacks to eat at the party. Snacks always make me thirsty, said Captain Planet. Let's recycle the aluminum. So they gathered up the aluminum cans, they put them into the machine, and they turned it on. Recycle, 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 recycle. Out came hundreds of cans of lemonade to drink at the party. Yum, said Dumpy. Well, yum it was. Everybody had a delicious time at the party. Everybody liked their presents, and everybody loved having their town all neat and clean and beautiful again. And every single person at that party that day promised each other they would never, ever, ever let Clumpville turn to Dumpville anymore. So I hope you enjoyed my puppet show called Dumpy in Dumpville. We live in a beautiful town, but it's not called Clumpville, right? But on my way here, you know what I saw? Clumps of trees and clumps of flowers and clumps of grass. We have a beautiful place to live. Do we want it filled with garbage? No. So today we're going to talk about some things that you and I can do to make sure that where we live stays clean and green and beautiful. I have brought along my magic letter R necklace. A second grader made me this necklace years and years and years ago because she said, "You're always talking about words that begin with the letter R." And I just love this necklace. So you may have heard some words that start with the letter R that help us keep our environment clean. The first word we're going to talk about is the word reduce. I want you to take your hands like that, and I want you to push really hard, and I want you to say reduce. Try it with me. Reduce. Reduce means you take something big and you try really hard to make it smaller. So let's think of an example. If you are washing your hands and you're going to dry your hands on a paper towel, how many paper towels do you need to dry your hand? One, that's right. It's the one rule. There's one of you and you get one paper towel to dry your hands. Because when you're done with that paper towel, you're going to throw it in the trash, right? So what we want to do is make less trash. So if you're using 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 paper towels, that's just way too much trash. And that's a good example of reducing, using less. A second R word is the word reuse. I want you to put your hands like that, and I want you to say reuse. Pretend this is a piece of paper and you're doing your homework. And when you get to the bottom, you're not quite finished. Do you need a second sheet of paper to finish? No, where could you finish? On the back, that's right. This is a letter that I wrote to my friend. It says, "Dear friend, I miss you, love, Jane." And then I thought I'd really like to send my friend a happy picture. So instead of using another piece of paper, I drew the picture on the back. So my friend got a letter and a picture, and I only had to use one piece of paper. How many people think that they could use just one piece of paper by using it on the back? Very good. There are also lots of other fun ways that we can reuse. So I'm going to show you some things. I'm going to see if you can guess what this used to be and what it is now. So you may be able to tell that this used to be a cheese box, cheese nips box. I could have recycled it, or heaven forbid, throw it away, but instead I decided to reuse it. Can you tell what it is now? It's a book. Right, I made my very own book out of my cracker box. Can you tell what this is? It's a yogurt cup. And can you tell what this is? It's a plastic cap. So I punched a hole in both. I tied it together with an old piece of string, and look what I've got. A fun toy that I didn't have to go to the store and buy. I just cleaned it up and made something fun. Can you tell what this used to be? A tennis ball, right. Can you tell what it is now? A fun little puppet, right. And this is a bag, a shopping bag that I can take back to my store when I buy things. And can you tell what it used to be? It used to be a t-shirt. So if you have a t-shirt that doesn't fit anymore, or one that you don't want anymore, feel free to cut it into something that you can use again. All right, the third letter R word is this word recycle. I want you to take your fist like this, and I want you to say recycle, 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 recycle. Recycling means we send things to a recycling factory. They grind them up or melt them down and turn them into nice new things. So let's take a look at the things that we can recycle. We can recycle our metal cans. We can recycle our plastic bottles. We can recycle our paper and cardboard. And all of these things will be turned into wonderful new things that we can use again. How many people think that they could help with recycling at school and at home? Working together, we can really minimize the amount of garbage that we're making and make nice new things that we can all enjoy. Thank you.